YouTube, how the fuck you doing? It's your boy Neonzz today. I'm bringing you a brand new video. We're always getting back on Modern Warfare 3. We're honestly just going to mess around on Modern Warfare 3. It's more of a chat sort of video. We're going to break down WrestleMania, what I thought of it, how it went, and where I would rank it on a scale of 1 to 10. It is safe to say that there was a few of the matches I enjoyed. Like, I didn't really enjoy all of them, but a lot of them I did. There wasn't many that let me down, really. I somewhat briefly talked about night 1 last night, or in yesterday's video. Night 1 was kind of fun. It had a lot of great matches. The main event obviously being the best one. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman. Rock and Roman obviously coming out on top, which led into night 2 for our Bloodline rules. But I do strongly believe that night 2 probably was better than night 1. Both nights were phenomenal, but I did prefer night 2 over night 1 because night 1 was just sort of leading up to night 2, if you will. I mean, night 1 was kind of fun. You had Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. You had the tag team ladder match. We had so many decent matches actually on night 1 that it was kind of decent. But I still feel like night 2 was better. So opening up night 2 was Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Now this match I had predicted Drew McIntyre to win. For the simple fact of, obviously, Seth was injured from night 1. He was tired. He wasn't going to have the strength and the stamina to really do it. But then, on top of that, I also just felt it made more sense for Drew to win. Again, I would give that match, Seth versus Drew, I would give a legit 9 out of 10. I would rewatch that happily. Obviously, Drew did end up winning, becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion, but he had to go and gloat to CM Punk, the best in the world, Hell froze over and all that. Yes, then after the victory, McIntyre got cocky, he was confident, he confronted Punk at the announce table, which then did lead ultimately to Punk attacking him. Which, something then I didn't think would happen till Monday was the cash-in, out comes Damian Priest after an attack. After the attack, and boom, Damian Priest is now the World Heavyweight Champion, leaving Drew's title reign at, I think it was around 5 minutes, maybe a wee bit more, but it will go down as one of the shorter reigns in WWE history. Following that match was probably the most boring match, the Pride versus the Final Testament. I mean, it was sort of just a squash match, let's be real. It was sort of obvious that the Final Testament would lose. It became more obvious whenever they randomly threw a special guest referee into the mix. And the special guest referee turned out to be fucking Bubba Ray Dudley. That there alone just sort of confirmed that the heels would not win, in my eyes. You also then had Snoop Dogg on commentary, which was kind of funny. After that, another somewhat decent match, to be honest. I kind of enjoyed it. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Into this, I had AJ Styles down to win. I don't know why I thought AJ was going to win. I had a confident feeling he was going to, but lo and behold, that was not the case. LA Knight did come out on top on that. Which, obviously, now that it's happened, makes sense to me, because why would you want to squish one of your top guys' momentum whenever he has got the momentum he's got? Women's was obviously Bayley versus Io Sky. I felt this was a very obvious one as well. Io was never going to beat Bayley. She's coming off the Royal Rumble win. Coming into that big feud with Damage Control, being kicked out of the group. I feel like it was fairly obvious that Bayley was winning that one. Then the US title. Now the US title match, hands down one of my favourite matches of the night, for the simple reason of Logan Paul was in it, and I genuinely enjoy watching Logan Paul wrestle. I think he was someone that was meant to be in there the whole time, and now that he's in there, it's absolutely crushing it. But it was Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for the US title. This match easily a solid 8 out of 10, sorry. It had everything, it had teaming up between Owens and Orton. It had Prime, and then it had a special guest, like nobody expected it. Once the Prime bottle came out, I think everybody expected it to be KSI again. lo and behold, it was not KSI, it was ISO Speed this time. You know, stopping Randy from getting the win, and then helping Logan actually get the victory. So Logan is still our US champ, which I'm glad of, because I'd rather it on him than Randy or Owens. That led us to the main event of Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. This match had it all, realistically. Now, I do not like Cody in the slightest. I don't mind him, but I do not enjoy seeing him get the push that he has got again this year. I didn't feel he deserved this title match. I felt that, you know, Roman should have been facing somebody else, but we are where we are. Obviously that match was Bloodline rules, meaning anything could go, and we all knew that the Bloodline were going to get involved. We just didn't know who was going to be the ones helping Cody in the end up. Started off phenomenal, it was going great, it was just solid one-on-one for a long time, and there was no interference, there was no, you know, they started fighting in the crowd, they were doing everything, making the match phenomenal. Like, the match was just going off the rails, people were loving it. But then the minute Cody started getting the upper hand, Jimmy comes in and super kicks Cody in the face, which obviously led to Jay coming out. So Jay and Jimmy battled for a wee bit. They went up the stage and Jay ended up spearing Jimmy off the stage through tables. Probably one of the craziest moments of the night, but it was phenomenal. But then after that happened, you know, Roman and Cody fought for another bit, and then Solo came out of nowhere, obviously. Spiked Cody the minute he was getting the upper hand again. And this is where the question was, who was going to come out to attack Solo for me, because I didn't know who it was going to be. People thought it was going to be Stone Cold, people thought it was going to be Seth Rollins. Ended up being John Cena of all people, which personally I didn't like. I was just like, you know, that feud was a year ago. Solo won it, and you don't fuck all with Solo. How is this what you bring it back to? And, you know, it just was not enjoyable whatsoever. Solo got attacked by Cena. Cena put him through the table. Also attacked Roman while he was at it. But the minute after Solo got put through the table, the final boss came out for Wayne The Rock Johnson. And personally, I think this was the better time. This was probably the best time for The Rock to come out, was with Cena there, because of their WrestleMania rivalry. Made that storytelling a lot better, and hopefully maybe we'll get a match 3 of that. They are tied 1-1 at WrestleMania, so maybe we'll get a match 3. But obviously he came out, he rock bottomed Cena, and then was talking his smack. And the most random thing out of nowhere happens. The Shield music hits. Now, me and the boys were doing a Discord watch party at this point. Well, we were doing it all night, like, but we were watching. The Shield music hit, and we didn't know if it was going to be just Seth Rollins. There was a lot of speculation to rather it was going to be Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Obviously did not turn out to be the case, but for that moment in time when all you hear is the Shield music, you question it, that you don't know who it's going to be. And Seth Rollins actually didn't come the normal way. Like, he came through the crowd, but he came from the other side, so The Rock was looking the wrong way. He came out of a chair, obviously. And it looked like he was going to get The Rock, but Roman Superman punches him before he could attack The Rock. And just... Roman just slid in the ring. Superman punched Rollins, stopping him from attacking The Rock. It actually was phenomenal. It was a great way to do that, and I think it worked very well. And I enjoyed that. So I'm glad that's the way they did it. So then at this point, all we have is The Rock standing in the ring over Cody, about to hit him with the strap. And as he's about to hit him, it looks like nobody else is coming. Everybody's expecting Stone Cold's music to hit. Especially in the Discord server, all the boys were like, Stone Cold's coming, Stone Cold's coming. Next thing, the Undertaker's gong hits, and our Discord server just went wild. Like, we didn't know what the fuck did he say. So the Undertaker, the lights go out, and he's standing in the ring behind The Rock, and Rock turns around and gets choke slammed by the Undertaker. You couldn't write it like, nobody would have expected the Undertaker. I didn't see a single person ever say, oh, the Undertaker will be the one to help Cody. Didn't see it once, and that's what ended up happening. But then lights go out again, and the Undertaker is gone. The ring is cleared. The only people in the ring is Cody and Roman. We're back to the 1v1, and oh, Seth's also in the ring. Sorry, at that point, Roman gets in the ring, picks up the chair. Looks like he's about to hit Seth, or not Seth, Cody. But then for some unknown reason decides that he wants to get his revenge. For the time that Seth hit him with a chair and he hit Seth, costing him the match, as Cody was then able to take advantage. Hit him with 3 crossroads and get the pin. And like I said, I'm not happy with Cody winning the belt. I don't think he deserved to be in the main event spot. After all, he wasn't even meant to win the Rumble. He wasn't meant to win. Oh, that could have been something. He wasn't meant to win the Rumble, and then he goes on to get the title. So, you know, I feel like as much of a great match as it was just not the way I would have liked to have seen it done. I think Cody had his shot last year. He didn't need to win it 2 years in a row. Nonetheless, so WrestleMania was phenomenal. You know, me and the boys did all our predictions. One guy that never does good ended up doing phenomenal. So, you know, it was just fun. And that's the exact reason we do the predictions, you know, for a bit of fun. But if I am to give WrestleMania an overall score out of 10, I would easily give it a 9.5 out of 10, I'm not gonna lie. While I wasn't happy with the very ending of it, I enjoyed the entire show. You know, the entire show was fun and good crack. You know, a lot of surprises, a lot of stuff that nobody expected to happen, and it made for a great show. I am looking forward to seeing what they do now with everybody. Like, you know, there's so many options now. You've got CM Punk versus Drew, you got who's going to face Priest for the title, you've got who's going to face Cody for the title. Like, there's so much potential now that I'm looking forward to seeing. And, you know, I'm definitely going to keep up with everything WWE. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of WrestleMania if you watched it. Smash that like button, you know, hashtag Neonzz in the comments as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Adios.